Hey guys, what's going on? It's Michael Panetta with Tech Examined, and I contacted the folks over at Switcheasy because I wanted to do a throwback video of some of my favorite cases of the 3G, 3GS era, and they were more than happy to oblige. Now, for those of you who may not have watched videos back then or just didn't care about the iPhone or whatever, Switcheasy had a line of these cases which were absolutely, in my opinion, probably the best designs out there. And today, the cases are good, but today everything's been done for the most part. There are a few things here and there that are a little bit different, but these we really loved, and I can definitely say this confidently that everyone else liked these cases as well. This is the Capsule Rebel for the iPhone 3G, 3GS, and this is back when Switcheasy included everything but the kitchen sink with the cases. So what it was a plastic clipping here, almost like a spider edge on here, and it was many different colors that they had for the plastic portion as well as the silicone portion. It was endless, the amount of colors they started doing once they got popular. But here's the plastic portion, which is we call the spider portion, and then the silicone, which went around the phone itself. Now, they also included plugs for the 30-pin dock as well as the headphone jack. But here's the silicone portion, which was great. It added a little bit of bulk to the phone, but hey, let's be honest, these were not the biggest phones in the world. So it was perfect, and honestly, it really did not add a whole lot of bulk to the phone, and it gave great protection all around. So with that, there was also another case which was probably one of my favorite, if not more so than the Rebels themselves, was the Capsule Neo. Now what they did here was a silicone inside, which tended to annoy a lot of people because it was so thin that you could tear it, rip it, and sometimes it started sagging and it wasn't the best thing. You just had to be careful with it. But the idea was just so neat. You had the silicone, then you had a clear case, and then you had the almost like the centerpiece, and they had it in a white version and of course this black version, and we used to switch it all out and have so much fun with it. But it was just one of those cases you were like, wow, this is still stands the test of time. If I used the 3G or 3GS today, these are what I would use. So as time went on, we started getting a little bit antsy about other styles of Rebels. So they released the Serpent style, which has the scales on it. They went the full theme with that and a couple different colors on that as well, which was pretty cool. And we'll get into these, and I want to ask you guys a question before we do it. And this was the Rebel M, the Rebel Menace. They had it in red, and they had it in white, and it was basically a 3D version of the Rebel, Capsule Rebel itself. So, again, everything but the kitchen sink with this, screen protectors, video stand, universal dock, microfiber plugs, the whole nine with these. So I just think it's really cool to do this one throwback video, maybe even more if you guys like it and enjoy it. But this is, again, this is when cases were, sort of new. So when these came out, these things were absolutely awesome. One of the best that was out there. So let's get a little closer look at these and show you guys what's up. I do, again, like I said, I want to ask you guys a question and see what you guys think. And your decision may influence what I'm trying to do here. So we'll get to that. Let's change angles. Let's show you guys what's in these real quick, and then we'll throw them on just to get a little bit of a throwback going on here. So let's get to that. All right, so I'm not going to unbox all of these, but I do want to just do a quick unboxing of the Capsule Neo, just because, you get the experience of how we used to do this and how we sit behind the camera with it basically over our shoulder, trying to reach in and do all this and show you guys how this is. You see the camera right there in the reflection. And actually, I'm going to have to just take a moment and just remember one person for all this.
Hey guys, it's me Morpheus. It's Carlos. How are you guys? Here's I guess a part 2. Here's the other unboxing to the Switcheasy Neo. All right, did get the black one. I mean, it's no surprise. It says it right on the front. Shipping $1.86. not too bad. You know what I mean? You figure it costs them more than $1.86 to get this package, to take the time out to package this thing up, to get it to the post office, and you know, it's not bad. I think they charge $3 on their website for shipping. So here we go, guys. I guess you guys probably thought from that slang I gave the Neo in my first video a while back. That was like an epic part 5er.
I would show you the whole video, but it is 27 minutes long. Carlos definitely knew how to talk. And I know how to talk too, but 27 minutes for a case review. Absolutely insane. So, throwback to my man Carlos there, who's one of the ones that started all this. And let's just kind of do this in his style of opening this up. I wish I had blue microfiber to use, but I do not have one on hand. And look, these still open up the same way, where the damn thing doesn't open up in one piece. Nothing's changed with the packaging. No, I'm just kidding. And as we take a look at this, my goodness, actually, it has changed a little bit. Alright, let's get that. And here is the case. And here are all the goodies that we all like to talk about. We'll put that to the side right there. Because in here, there are a couple goodies. As we throw that to the side. I really do feel like I'm stepping back in time just with better equipment. So, here we have what's basically the 3-piece case here. We have the T, which I refer to it as, or the bow tie. And we've got the silicone portion here, which has, you know, changed over the years. They did do a little bit better, and it was a little more form-fitting to what we had on this phone. And then we have the frame there, the H frame. But inside here, you got the microfiber. You got an extra silicone for that. I completely forgot about that you got an extra silicone with that. And you had 2 screen protectors that came with it, the microfiber, and the directions on how to put everything on and take care of it as far as the instructions go. So, absolutely insane. Now, of course, in the box itself, you had even more to go on. And like I said when we were just talking, you've got the stand, you've got the piece for where the docks would use that, and of course you've got, well, they used to throw 2 and 2 in there, but the earpiece for the headphone jack, and then the 30-pin dock connector. So that's it, and let's just throw it on the phone just to remember how we used to do this. Now, of course, I used to clean the hell out of my phone back in the day and do all that, and you know, make sure it was neat. You didn't want to get anything on it. And we used to talk about, oh, make sure everything is wrapped around the sides there. Give it a quick clean with the microfiber included. And you see there, you know, it's very thin, a very flimsy silicone, which is why people had such a problem with it. But then you would throw it in here, and you have to be careful to not pinch it. But this is where your protection started coming in. And we always used to have problems getting it around the edge there, and it would bind up and pinch up, and you used to have to go back and make sure it was right and it wasn't pulled off and pulled down. I mean, just, it brings back some memories. And we would take the top silicone piece, or top piece, this plastic piece, and you get it stuck down there, and you'd be like, what the heck? And then you get it back on properly, and you had full protection. Absolutely awesome. And then, you know, make sure everything was in place. And then we'd put the 30-pin dock connector cover in here. And then we'd put the headphone jack cover plug, which we would all end up losing if we weren't careful. But you had to put it in a certain way because it is sloped. My lord, I completely forgot about all this. How much fun this stuff was. And you put it in there and you were set. Boom, you're good to go. You had the case on there. I just think that looked so nice on there. It fit in there real well. And you got all the protection in the world on that. So that's the Capsule Neo. Done a lot faster than I probably used to back in the day. But, you know, like I said, they had the white one where you'd put the white silicone in the back, and it would shine through, and then, you know, the black and the white and the white and the black. It just looked absolutely awesome. And then they had these stands. You guys remember these? They had the stands. Oh my, look at that. Does that even... Oh no, that's because it went like that. That's right. Like that on that side. And then this way, stood up this way. When you wanted to... You'd stood up straight to watch movies. That's just so cool. So let me just bust into these other two just to show you, just in a remember a simpler time. Much better equipment now to do all this, as far as all that goes. Alright guys, so after making a big mess, taking all these out, let's just go ahead and throw these on for you guys real quick. This is the old Serpent. Now, I didn't take the plugs out of the case on that one. I just left them in the box because it was kind of similar to what it was with the Rebel and the Neo. But, you know, you had the same thing as the Neo on this. You would throw it in and wrap the silicone around. Now, I know it's going to be inevitable in the comment section. People are going to ask, how is Carlos? And you know what? I haven't really talked to him in a while, but I do know from the last time I talked to him that you know, he was doing okay. He was doing okay. He's still struggling with his back and whatnot, and I just don't know if it's really going to change all that much, to be honest with you. So that being said, you know, as soon as I talk to him, I'll, you know, let you guys know if you really want to know what's going on. So there it is. That thing is just total awesomeness. I just love the way that these things were and how they fit and how they went. You know, you put the plug and the cap in there, and you just got a great case all around. So just totally awesome. So with the Serpents, we're pretty much the same thing. Now, what I like to do with these is change up the colors. You know, put the white on the red and the red on the white, and do it. You know, maybe like we did it for Christmas and stuff like that. Change it up like a candy cane. Just silly things that you know, it was nice to be able to do that with cases like that. So I think that's why these were so popular. Everybody loved them, and I mean, I remember we would flock and try to get these things the day that they were announced, and we'd ask for, you know, the company to order them or send them out for a review. It was just so cool. You'd snap it on there. Look at that, the way that the fit and finish on that was just so cool. Absolutely loved it. You got plenty of lay on the table with these things, and it just looked so good putting these all together. You just absolutely loved it. And look at that. That's just so cool looking. And it's just a badass looking case. So my question to you guys is, please comment down below, because I really want to see this. And I think, you know, you iPhone 6 and 6 Plus users out there, I think you know where I'm going with this. You know, if you had the 3G, 3GS, or you look at these and go, wow, these are actually really cool looking. I asked the guys over there at Switcheasy about maybe doing like a one-off or a couple different cases. So why did I do that? I wanted to put this one on here. Or a couple Rebels for the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. You know, because it is a more rounded design now. I just think that would look totally awesome. Now, please tell me you guys agree. If you do, down below, say, you know, we want the Rebel back for the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. Now, they were also talking about doing it for the iPad Air and the iPad Mini, a Rebel case like that. So what do you guys think? I don't know if the Neo would go over too well. I think there was too many issues with that. But I really think, does that not look cool or what? I really think those would sell well for the 6 and 6 Plus. You know, of course you're adding a little bit of bulk to it, but don't they just look so cool that you would want to do something like that on the case and have a case like this again? So please comment down below. You know, we want the Rebel back for the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. That would just be so neat. I would love to see it. God, I would buy them. I would do giveaways. It would just be so cool to be able to do that. And of course, you know, I'm going to leave this on for Christmas like this. I think that is totally awesome. And I've got an AT&T SIM card, so I just may rock this thing and walk around with it. And you know, it's just, would that just not look so cool on the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus like that? So please, I implore you, if you agree with me, comment down below. We want the Rebel back for the 6 and 6 Plus. And maybe even the iPad Air and iPad Mini. Could you imagine something that's just a beast like this on the back of it? Or, you know, even the original design would look cool on that. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's just so classic and kick-ass. So please let me know down below. I know I said it like a million times. But those are the Rebel series and the Neo from Throwbacks of yesterday years. And, you know, when I was starting to do this originally, it was just so much fun, so cool to see. And what do you guys think? I mean, even if they threw like some style in there for like the lightning bolt connector or the plug, I mean, that would just be so neat to do that. I know that there's a design has changed to include it on it, but let's go full back. Let's just go all the way back. Let's get the separate plugs. Let's do that. So if you like this video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button or thumbs down. But comment down below if you want to see it or you don't want to see it. You know, we want the Rebel back or no, we don't want it back. And I do. And I think if we get enough people to do it, I'm going to hit everybody up on Twitter with a question as well. And see if we can get Switcheasy to maybe do something for the 6 and 6 Plus. And maybe the iPad and iPad Air. I mean, that would look so badass on something like that, in my opinion. So, guys, thank you so much. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button to get your next video in your inbox. Other than that, I want to thank you all for the major support that you've given the channel. And stick around for more, and I will see you guys in the next one.